What if the secret to living a truly vibrant, meaningful life wasn't found in chasing endless pleasure or ignoring uncomfortable truths, but in contemplating the one thing we try hardest to forget: our own mortality? It sounds counterintuitive, even morbid. We're taught to avoid the thought of death. But what if embracing this reality, as the ancient Stoics did, is actually one of the most powerful tools we have for living with clarity, purpose, and profound appreciation? This isn't about fear. It's about focus. It's the practice of Memento Mori. Remember, you must die, and it might just change everything. Welcome back to Stoic Journal. So what exactly is Memento Mori? The Latin phrase translates simply to "remember you must die." It's a stark, unavoidable truth. While strongly associated with Stoicism, the practice has echoes throughout history. Think of Roman generals during their triumphant parades. Legend tells of a slave standing behind them, whispering, "Respis poste, hominem te esse memento." Look behind you. Remember you are mortal. A grounding reminder amidst glory. But it was the Stoics, philosophers like Seneca, Epictetus, and the Emperor Marcus Aurelius, who truly weaponized this concept for ethical and psychological well-being. For them, it wasn't just a reminder of the end, but a deliberate practice to shape the present, to cultivate virtue, and to live in accordance with nature. Why embrace such a potentially unsettling thought? The Stoics found immense practical benefits. Firstly, perspective. Remembering our finite lifespan instantly puts daily annoyances and fleeting concerns into perspective. That traffic jam, that critical email, how much do they truly matter in the grand scheme? It helps us distinguish the trivial from the essential. Secondly, clarity. Memento Mori acts as a filter for our desires and goals. When time is seen as precious, we become clearer about what we genuinely want to achieve, who we want to be, and what activities are worth our limited energy. It cuts through the noise of societal pressure and superficial wants. Thirdly, urgency. The awareness of limited time combats procrastination. It lights a fire under us to act now on the things we value, whether it's starting a meaningful project, mending a relationship, or simply living more fully in the present moment. Later is not guaranteed. Fourth, appreciation. Knowing that life and everything in it is temporary deepens our gratitude. We stop taking things for granted. Our health, the presence of loved ones, the beauty of nature, the simple fact of being alive. Each moment becomes more precious. And fifth, prioritization. Memento Mori forces us to confront our values. What truly matters at the end? Usually, it's not wealth or fame, but our character, our relationships, the impact we've had. This awareness helps us prioritize our actions accordingly, aligning our daily lives with our deepest values. This sounds powerful, but how do we make it a practical part of life? Not just an idea, but a habit. The Stoics were intensely practical. First, journaling. Regularly write about mortality. Reflect on the shortness of life. Imagine your last moments. Consider what legacy you want to leave. Writing solidifies the thought. Second, visualization. Spend a few moments visualizing the end. Not morbidly, but practically. Imagine the end of your day, the end of your week, the end of your life. What remains important? This mental exercise sharpens focus on the present. Third, connect it to negative visualization, premeditatio malorum. This Stoic practice involves contemplating things going wrong, including the potential loss of health, loved ones, or life itself. By mentally preparing for potential loss before it happens, we appreciate things more now and are less devastated if they occur. Memento Mori is the ultimate negative visualization. Fourth, physical reminders. As mentioned, keep a symbol nearby. An object on your desk, a ring, a coin, a piece of art, something you see regularly that triggers the thought, remember you must die, prompting a quick reset of perspective throughout your day. And fifth, daily reflection. Bookend your day. In the morning, remind yourself of the day's potential finitude to inspire action. In the evening, review your day. Did you live virtuously? Did you waste time? Could you have done better if it were your last? This builds conscious living. Memento Mori isn't just about perspective. It's a powerful guide for action, specifically virtuous action. Knowing our time is finite fundamentally changes our decision-making calculus. Why cheat, lie, or act unjustly if your character is your ultimate legacy? Why succumb to cowardice when facing challenges is how we grow? Why indulge in fleeting, harmful pleasures when temperance preserves our precious time and focus? The thought of death clarifies our ethics. It helps define our true goals, not accumulating wealth perhaps, but cultivating wisdom and strong relationships. It compels us to live each interaction, each choice, as if it matters eternally, because in terms of our character, it does. As Marcus Aurelius urged, let that leaving life right now determine what you do and say and think. History and life are filled with examples of how confronting mortality transforms us. Think of Seneca, facing exile and death sentence under Nero, yet continuing to write profound letters on living well, focusing only on his inner virtue. Or Marcus Aurelius, writing his Meditations, personal reminders of Stoic principles amidst plague, constant warfare, and personal loss. Even in modern times, people who survive near-death experiences often report a radical shift in priorities, cherishing relationships, pursuing passions, letting go of petty worries. These aren't just stories. They are testaments to the power of Memento Mori, whether consciously practiced or forced upon us, to clarify what truly matters. It's crucial to address a potential pitfall. Is there a risk of Memento Mori becoming morbid, leading to constant fear, anxiety, or nihilistic despair? Absolutely, if misunderstood or practiced poorly. The Stoic intention is the opposite. It's profoundly pro-life. Remembering death isn't meant to make us obsessed with the end, but intensely focused on and appreciative of the present. The goal isn't fear, but freedom. Freedom from triviality, freedom from regret, freedom to live authentically and virtuously. Find the balance. Use the thought as a tool for perspective and motivation, not as a source of constant dread. So, Memento Mori. remember you must die. Not a threat, but an invitation. An invitation to wake up, to filter out the noise, to cherish the moments, to connect with what truly matters, and to act with purpose and virtue while we have the chance. It's the ultimate tool for perspective, motivation, and living a life aligned with our deepest values. Your time is the most precious resource you possess. It is finite. Make it count. Thank you for joining Stoic Journal to explore this vital practice. How might remembering your mortality change how you live today? Share your insights in the comments. If this exploration helped clarify your focus, please like and subscribe. Embrace the truth, live deliberately, and make your moments matter.